Flame here again. It's been a while since I was able to shoot this video. I work a full-time job besides do this. Well, I didn't get to put a video together explaining exactly how I built it. It's not completely finished, but it looks pretty decent. It's in a bedroom, of course, because I don't want to do anything with it until it's perfect. But I mean, it was a little bit more than I expected. It's probably about $120 probably, something like that. Wood was fairly cheap, but I mean, I kept going back with different ideas and coming up with different things to try to make it perfect. Again, it's old wood. It probably weighs maybe 40 pounds, but it splits into 3 pieces. The top piece comes off by itself. I'm going to Velcro the controller in place so that this way I don't have to worry about it going anywhere. Or I actually have another case over there that'll fit in perfectly, another facade case. But this will split off, and the bottom base will split off too. I'm using some little wing nuts that I ordered, but they're crappy, they're shitty. So I mean, they're little guys. This is like kind of what's holding them together. I don't know if you can see what's in it, but I still again I got to get different ones. A little beefier, but I might also do. I'm gonna do fly nuts down the bottom too. Pretty tiny little guy. It looks a lot bigger than what it is, but it's tiny. I think it's only an inch, well, 2 inch, I believe, something like that. But anyway, I put some LEDs in here. I'll show you in a minute. Some LEDs in here, silicone, like those silicone encased LEDs that I'll run on the seam because this opens up and closes. I don't know if I want to take it apart to show you. I'll show you at the end. But anyway, I haven't finished up some of the things I got to do in here. Some of the wire grommets I'm gonna 3D print those. This is 3D printed, by the way, too. Pretty cool, different. I can always do one in white if I need to, but I was just trying to do, match the controller, make it a little bit different. This is some scrim. I got to get some other scrim that's in it, but I'll explain to you how things went. Let me show you the lighting quick, just so you get an idea. So what I did is I also put LED back down here. They're not the silicone ones, they're just the normal LED lights. Everything's in here. I have a 15 amp extension cord that's in here. I also have I have a USB hub, so that this way I can hook up, I have an external hard drive in case, put my external in there. And it would be down underneath there and you wouldn't even notice it. The only thing is I do use 2 of the USB ports, one directly for the controller so it doesn't have any interference. And the other one runs over here and we're going to my second one. And that controls this. It also controls sound switch for the lighting, for moving heads and stuff like that. I did put a little cup holder in it. Like I said, that was probably, I don't know, a couple bucks to put that in there. It was a pain in the ass to cut because, again, I'm trying to do this on a budget. I don't have every tool in creation yet. I have a computer. I have a piano hinge. I guess it's like a 1-foot piano hinge. It's back here. I'll show you that in a second once I get the camera over here. But back here, there's a good amount of space. It's not the deepest. I think it's only like 7.5 inches deep. I really wanted to go a little deeper with that. I might do that in the future. But I mean, for right now, it's fine. I don't have all this other shit. You can put a wireless mic down there if you'd like. I also have room in here as well. I'll explain to you what's going on there. But I'll turn it on quick just so you guys can get an idea. Now these are, again, you don't have to turn them on. They don't need to always be on. Let me see which one I have. This one, it might be my, this might be for my thing. Okay, yep, that's one. Alright, just to show you, I have my other LED over there so it looks uneven. But these are not DMX lights. I haven't figured out yet. I'm going to figure it out. Let me see where the hell I put my, let me see where I put my notes. Okay, I got it. Alright, but these LEDs, I got a little remote control for them. I want to figure out how to do them DMX eventually. But they're pretty, they're pretty decent. All you're really using is what, blue or maybe like a pink or something, like red, green. It does split colors too. It also does like that flash thing like this if you wanted to. You could do the little, I don't know exactly how to do it. I think it might be the jump. It does that cool little jump. It'll go faster and faster. Give you a headache. Make you spin out and fall on the fucking floor right in the middle of doing it. But anyway, you get the idea. This is controlled just the top, and at the bottom half I have an app for the bottom half. I think it's connected. Is it connected? Can you see it? I don't even know if they're on. They're not even on. I don't even know why they're not on. But yeah, I might just have them off. Let me see. Alright. So yeah, I got them working again. I don't know what the hell. I don't know how to work this out properly, but anyway, all different colors it does. Green, this, that, you know, all these cool colors. It also do sound, but again, I want to figure out how to do this DMX so I can get it to work fully. There's a way to do it. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. This is my next thing. But anyway, they all work pretty well. Everything strobes if you need it to strobe. You want to give people a headache. But anyway, I'll get into what I was doing here. You can still see me good, right? With these lights on. All right. But look, check it out. At night, it looks pretty damn good. I like it. And you have all like the little colors you could do. You could split. See, this remote's not working with this. Scary. See? Pretty cool. But I mean, it does all different kind of stuff. So we'll go to that. Turn these lights back on. All right. So for dimensions, as far as dimensions, it's pretty open. I created enough space so in the future if I want to put a different controller in here I can. As for the height of it is, did I even do it? Oh yeah. So it's 38 inches tall, which is standard. Before I built this, I looked at all the standard control, like the new, new boots, and just seeing what the height is. Also comparable to my facade, that it already has everything built into it as well. But I'll pull the rule out, make it a little easier. But all I did was I bought the half-inch pine plywood, like pretty decent stuff. So it's not like, so when you go to paint it, it's not like flaky. It looks like crap. But this is, again, I think this is what I say here. So for the tabletop, I think it's 37. Yeah, I got about. I'm sorry. 27 inches by about 27 inches, if that. Well, that's because of the endings. But about 25 by 25 inches deep by about 37 and a half inches long. That was like standard from what I gather. As for all the wood and stuff, we'll start off. These I used as a construction to build the box itself. I used 3.5 inch by 3/4 inch pine wood. Again, decent quality. I think I bought like 4 or 5 of those, probably 4 or 5 of those. I don't remember exactly how many. I should have wrote it down. But I built it. First started off with the construction of the outside of the box. Built it. Drilled everything out so it didn't crack. And then I went back and I bought, I painted it, and then I came back over and I bought the molding. And this molding, I think the molding, I don't even know what I put here. For the molding, I think it's 3.5 inch by 1/2 inch molding. Standard baseboard molding. And some of these ugly things, even though I wanted the other ones. They had other ones, but I didn't have it in stock, so it was my only choice. But as far as the wood itself, originally I think I bought this wood was the 24 inch. I think it was 2 foot. It was just those standard pieces that they have over there at Home Depot for like $25. But again, it was 2 foot by, I think it was 4. Yeah, it was 4 foot. That's what it was. It was 4 foot. I had to cut it down, but I cut it down to make this. The only problem I have with this right now is it opens up wonderfully and everything like that, but sometimes you got to push it and get it in place because I did cut it a little tight, which is fine because I don't want to wobble on it anyway. And how many times am I going to really go in there realistically? But I did that. Again, the thickness of this whole thing is 3.5, and is that a 3.5 inch depth. In here, as far as the insert, I have about 2.5 inches in here of space by 30.5 inches inside underneath the controller and stuff. I mean, there's plenty of room to put like wireless mic in here, all the crap that you want to put in here. Plenty of room for wiring and all. I have everything in there. All the DMX cables are in here for sound switch and stuff. But that's one underneath. I gotta finish the grommets, like I said, for that. But as far as the bass, I bought one of these basses. I think those are the two most expensive things of this. The base is 23.5 by 23.5. And I didn't even cut it. I just left it the way it is. I thought maybe I wanted to go with a little wider bass. Eventually as I play along with it, but I think it's fine right now. I mean, it's pretty solid now. It's definitely not going anywhere. Again, the depth for down here, 7.5 inches. The inside is 32 inches tall from here, 32 inches. I think you have 21 and 3/4. That's for 21 and 3/4 for the inside. So I don't know how much a rack is. I forget how much a rack is. I think it's like 27 or something like that. No, 17 or something like that. So there's plenty of room for that in there. So if I want to put rack spaces down there, I could. And it leaves you a good amount of space. I could go a little wider. I could do like a 12 inch on the bottom, but it's fine the way it is. I put, I don't know if you can see that in there. That's my other mixer that's in there. Eventually I would like to get some kind of plexiglass to make it so it doesn't get dirty or anything. It covers some of that up. Maybe some of that milk plexiglass. Just cut a piece of that. I got 2 shelves in here. One up here, one down here. I'll show you that. I'm going to have to use a router. I'm going to route out the bottom so that the cords come right out the bottom. But the cords come down right underneath the controller. And you can't even see them from back there. They just pop out. And I'll have them go straight down. There's already cutouts for it down here. As far as that, but for the original wood, like I said, I went out and bought one of the standard sheets, like $25, but they are that pine wood, so it's got like a nice smooth surface. I did sand the shit out of it a couple times. This stuff was pretty cheap. I think I went through like 1.5 of the, what is it, 8, maybe 12 foot of the molding. I bought it like, a good piece, like another piece and a half. This is, how much is this again? 1/2 inch. This is 3/4 inch. But I bought 7 by 3/4 inch plywood. That was one piece of that, 8 foot. I cut it down. I just did 36 tall on each side. I'm trying to think what else, just to make sure everything else is good. Yeah, and also the piece down here underneath. That was where I bought one piece of this, one piece down to the bottom. And the piece down the bottom, I think it's, I'm pretty sure it's like 3/8, something like that down the bottom. It's smaller. I mean, it's thinner down the bottom to make, to reduce some weight. But, pretty decent. It works pretty well. And like I said, let me show you. I'll show you if you want to bring the camera over. I'll show you real quick. But I think you just kind of take a look at it. I'll show you. Let me do it. Alright. So let me try to get this focused on here just so you guys can see the way it looks. But there's LEDs underneath, like I said. I did the strips underneath. It's kind of the way I have everything. And the controllers over here. I mean, there's still your mic inputs here, but I don't really use the mic input because everything's going through my mixer down at the bottom. That's down here. So I don't really even, I'm not even bothered with that. Everything with Serato up, all that. Let me just try to take this camera off so I can kind of show you where I'm at with everything. Hold on one sec, bear with me. Oops. Alright. So as we're down here, see, I mean, it's not completely finished because all I had was a piece of the scrim from an old, like, speaker pole or something that I had a while ago. So I just cut it back just to see how it would look for now. But I think I'm going to do like some kind of milky plexiglass underneath. And you can see the wires are kind of hanging right now, but I have a little hole up there where it's all coming from. I did LED strips, like I said, down there. I'm gonna have them just so everything comes down here nice and smooth, and a cover. But in here, as far as in here, is the controller. You can see it if it's focused decent. But some of the wiring back there, I mean, there's plenty of space in here. You see I have all the space. And it's even a little lit up too, so you can see in there. There's a little cup holder. But, I mean, what do you have? Let's see real quick. I get my ruler. In between that and the controller, I would say you have like 5 or 6 inches between where the controller is, but then you still have like another 1.5 or 2 inches underneath this. Plenty. I also put a piano hinge on it. Let me see if I can focus a little bit better. Put a piano hinge on the controller. The painting was, I did a latex paint on top. Rolled it a couple times. I had to sand it. I had to fill in some of the drill holes and everything. Pain in the ass. But just for lighting, all I did was just put this, kind of glued it in place underneath. And then the wiring down for this just goes back to this again. So again, I mean, it's pretty stable. Everything's pretty stable. I mean, it is what it is. It's definitely not going to fall unless you have a drunk asshole, and I'll punch you right in the teeth. Okay, if you're going to come knock my shit over, that's what's going to end up happening to you. But anyway, I mean, you know, you have your cables. You have plenty of space to get in there. It looks like shit inside. It's not perfect. I don't care. This is not a fucking 5-star hotel in this fucking box. Okay. To open it up, I mean, the control's not going anywhere. I need to put some Velcro straps down to strap it in. But anyway, this is it. It's a mess right now. I just was throwing shit together to try to get it in there. But, you know, I have my Mac charger in there. I have another, like, thing over here with my USB hub. That's over here. It's not connected right now. I mean, it is connected, but it's not really. But this is just the wiring for that. This would come out right back into that port again. I got a printed grommet for this, but everything else, I mean, I painted in here just barely. I went over it like maybe one coat. I think I sprayed paint in there. But for right now, I have these because I was trying to measure the distance, some kind of like shim in here just to hold it in place. But once I get that done, you know, these will go down. It'll stay supported. You can see with the silicone lights, I glued them in place. I mean, they're not coming off. And it came out pretty nice. I think it came out pretty decent. And like I said, down here, let me just make sure, my thing out. In here, and as far as depth, you got, well, minus that, about 2.5 inches in this. You still have plenty of room underneath the controller. In the controller, all I have is some of these wood chunks in there right now, just holding. I mean, it holds in place. It doesn't move. I don't need anything fancy in this. This is going to be a second option. So, I mean, you can see everything the way it is. I have a hole right here. This is where my wiring's going. Again, wire grommet. I'll put in that thing. Got the LEDs. I mean, plenty of space, and you can see it's nice and even. And if I got to hold the fucking thing up, I'll put a piece of wood here to hold it up, hold it in place while I work on whatever. But I mean, I have the DMX. DMX can go in here, nice and easy. Actually, no, I thought I had it on here. I don't have the DMX controller on here. Or do I? Yeah, I do. It's right here. But yeah. Anyway, my DMX controller down here for the lighting, so you can use my software for it. Again, this has to be just Velcroed in place, but you can see everything's pretty. It's a pretty tight fit. I wanted it to be tight purposely. You can see when I close it back up. This is why it needs to be Velcroed in place. Oops, I don't want to mess anything up. It sits down on here, and all I do is I have to just finagle it and to get it in place. I mean, kind of. You see, like, this is still not perfect. I'm not 100% crazy about this because I moved these wood around here. But, oops. But this is not perfect. This is still something I have to work on, which is fine. Not a big deal. And you can see I have to like kind of push this over. That's how I got to work on this. I'm gonna have to just trim this up a little bit in here. Well, I mean, once it's in, it's in. Yeah, doesn't really matter. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. But that's that way. Just where you stand on top. If you guys want to see this one more time, you can see in here, down here, back here. Again, little mixer makes it a little easy. It's a little dusty working around it. But I just hot glued that in for right now. Like I said, plexiglass back there. I did some kind of supports in here. I wanted to do an X support, but I feel like it's gonna look like shit outside, and it's got plenty of support, ain't going anywhere. Down here, as far as down here, I already drilled the holes. I'm waiting. I gotta get some nuts down there. You see up here. Actually, that's one thing I didn't show you. Let me open this back up so I can show you what I'm doing. Okay. As far as these, let me move the controller over. I have these little guys in place, 2 of these, and that's what holds the top in place. They just come out, and they're in a wood nut. Let me show you quick. I'll show you exactly what I have. But I mean, I'd like to do the. See, this is where I have to do this. I have to get this shit done. You see, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but it don't matter. See, it still looks good. And then you have these. Like I said, these are what's on the bottom. I want to get a little bit bigger. I'd like to get maybe the, like 2-inch, but I'd go a little thicker, like maybe 8mm or something like that. But what size are these? Number 10. I did a number like 4 or something like that. Nice and thick. But also then I want to do the wings down at the bottom, so I can just wing it off. I don't know. I forget the name of them now. But anyway, I appreciate you guys checking it all out. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Just comment below. Please try to like my stuff. I'm not looking to become super famous here, but I'm trying to help you out. So if you help me out, I'll help you out. Thanks.